What's up, YouTube? This is Owen Dowell here, and well, it's been a minute, hasn't it? I think this might be one of the longest times I've been away from YouTube in a very long time. And I just want to make this video. I just want to kind of come on and talk to you guys, just be a little bit open and upfront. I don't really have a schedule or an agenda for this video. I just kind of want to come on and talk to y'all about where I've been, how I'm doing, what I'm doing, all that stuff. See how y'all are doing and all that jazz. So, yeah, that's kind of what this video is about. I feel like I owe it to you guys since it's been a little bit. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. The biggest struggle I've had with YouTube this year is definitely the fact that I am feeling pretty burnt out. And I think there's a couple things that kind of factor into it. But I've been really feeling burnt out of making YouTube videos. The passion and the desire to make YouTube videos and just the drive to do it, it's just really not been there this year. It really hasn't been, and this is honestly, I think, one of the worst it's been ever. Sometimes you do just kind of get demotivated and you don't really want to continue doing something that you enjoy, like a hobby or something, but like, I mean, this is like, yeah, it's just gone. I just do not want to do anything like to make YouTube videos this year. There's a couple things I think that are playing into that. I think the biggest thing that's playing into that is the fact that obviously with it being 2020 and just the fact that the world is the way that the world is right now, I have been working from home. Normally when there is not a pandemic going on, I am working in a physical separate building. So I would get up, I would get ready, I'd drive to work, and then I would get out of my car at a physically different location and I'd be at work, and like the separation of work from home would be just literally built based on a building, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Whereas now, like I wake up and like I kind of like sleep in a little bit and then I just kind of roll out of bed, come to the computer, open it up, and I'm at work, and boom, sit here for 8 hours a day doing work and then close the laptop and now I'm home. I mean, it's that's how it is. And the line that separates work from home when you're literally working from home is very like fringed and very, very like minimal, and yeah, it's blurred. So that's a big issue for me. I definitely do prefer going to a physical location that's separate from home to work. Obviously, just the way the world is right now, that's not exactly an option. Now, the good news is that my company does want to go back to the office at some point. Once things are a little bit more normal, that will become a bit more of a viable option. So I do look forward to that day. I do miss the company. I miss the company culture. I miss being able to be around all the like-minded individuals and like all the different break room discussions we could have. And like I say, just the culture is just incredible there. Like, honestly, me being a white male, I was a minority there. I really feel like I'm a minority at my company because everybody there is like all the various different like cultures and stuff work there. And again, it's just really cool. Something I'm not really used to being from a small town. Being from, that my small town where I grew up in was actually predominantly white American men and women. So yeah, it's really cool. I love it, and it's just neat being able to talk to all the various different, just hear all the various different things and see all the different food that people are eating in the break room. It was really cool. So I miss that. I miss that so much, and I cannot wait for that to come back. I'm kind of dreading like just the fact that it'll be another, changing back to that. It's just, I'm kind of dreading that aspect. Just like I don't like change, and I've kind of gotten, I guess, used to this, so then I'll have to get used to that again. So that's kind of the one thing I'm dreading. But no, I will welcome it with open arms as soon as we can get back to the office. So yeah, that's like I think the biggest issue is at work. When I'm done at work, I really just don't want to do anything. I close the laptop and then it's like, well, now I just want to chill out. I'm gonna just go over to my other laptop, which I very clearly use a different laptop for everything else I do, and just watch YouTube and chill out on Facebook maybe and social media and whatnot. And I literally just don't do anything. I basically become a potato at the end of the day. And I think that's actually the second reason why I'm feeling burnt out, is because I've kind of gone back to my old habits way back in like 2011, 2012, in fact, even like 2010, you know, a lot of what I would spend my day doing is watching TV and watching YouTube. For some reason, like that's how I chose to spend my life. It's just in front of screens all the time. And I feel like I've kind of fallen back into that thanks to the COVID and, you know, the whole stay-at-home stuff. I've kind of been catching up on some old YouTube channels and whatnot, but like, I feel like I have been doing a lot of that, and it really has kind of demotivated me from doing anything else. I feel like the fact that I'm just not as productive outside of work now as I used to be, yeah, that's not great, and I do feel like it's affecting me in all areas of life. So that's the other main thing that I kind of feel like is affecting my wants and desires to make YouTube videos. And yeah, so that's it. That really is it. Like, that's why I feel burnt out. That's why I feel like I'm kind of struggling these days, and why I really just haven't been making a whole lot of YouTube videos lately is because of that. So just burnt out. So like I say, I think the biggest issue for me is the fact that work and home are basically like the same thing now. Like, I'm at work, but I have all the various distractions of home with me. Now, I feel like I've done a pretty good job in terms of like, I don't really do home things during work. Maybe I'll get up during a break and I'll do the dishes, or I'll, you know, do the laundry or something like that. I do that from time to time. Again, it is important after all to take frequent breaks when you're working from home. So sometimes that is what I'll do with my breaks. I'll just go do some chore that needs to be done, like the dishes or something like that. So the biggest challenge that I faced when we started working from home back in March is the fact that I really didn't have like a good place to work from home. I am fortunate. I have my own place. This is my apartment. Like, I sleep in a physically separate room than everywhere else. So I'm not working in my bedroom like a lot of my coworkers are. So I am fortunate in that sense. But like, the only place I really had to work from home was my dining room table. And I never really associated the dining room table with working. Back in 2011, when we moved into that really big house that we lived in, I think it was like 2011 to 2015, I would watch my YouTube video. I would do my YouTube watching at the dining room table. Now I would also do things like I would do homework at the dining room table, but for the most part, I would sit at the dining room table watching YouTube, and I would also occasionally edit videos there and whatnot. I would sit there because it was a little bit closer to the family Wi-Fi network than my bedroom was. My bedroom was just a little bit unreasonably far. Like, I had a desk and everything in my bedroom, but it was too far away to do any work or anything or consume YouTube. So yeah, I would do everything at the dining room table. And that's really what I've been associating the dining room table with. So I've been doing a couple things to address that issue. And in fact, recently, I think about maybe just a little bit over a month ago, I actually bought this desk. And this is a really, really cool desk. I do want to make a review on it, actually. I don't think I've seen a review on it. It is actually a standing desk, so it's got this little control pad here. I can stand it up, I can raise it like this, as you can see. So if I'm like getting tired of sitting, I can stand it, just like that. My laptop fell asleep, so I'm gonna wake that up. And it also has memory, so I can tap this to bring it back down to sitting height pretty quickly. I also have another standing. I have a couple sitting heights on there, and then I have another standing height if I want to change it up just a little bit. But like, yeah, it is a standing desk. It's really cool. It actually got a built-in wireless charger right here. So it is a really cool desk, and like I say, I do want to make a review on it. I'll be doing that at some point down the road. Recently, I also did buy a chair. Now, I don't have the chair. It's taking a very long time to get here. It was supposed to arrive here a month ago, just about a month ago. But for some reason, the UPS facility that it's sitting in, it's been sitting there since like July 14th. And I'm like, what the heck? I mean, I know that like, yeah, maybe keeping the packages for a little longer makes sense just to make sure that the COVID goes away, but COVID doesn't last very long on packages. I don't know why it's still sitting there. So yeah, I've heard people say that packages can take up to a month to like ship. So I'm giving them until like next week, and then if I might try to take action against like, not take action, but I might like call up Staples and be like, hey, my chair isn't coming. Is there any way I could like reorder it or something? So yeah, I don't know. I'll consider that maybe next week, because I've heard people say that, yeah, they've had packages sitting in a facility for up to a month, and then they ship. So yeah, there is that. Another thing that I bought, you can see behind my laptop here, this is actually my work supplied laptop. It's not my own laptop. But the thing behind it, I have some cool lights, the reason why I bought the lights is because I wanted to create like an atmosphere that's different to anywhere else in my apartment. So like when I'm sitting here, I can see those lights and it just kind of creates this unique atmosphere. They're actually pretty cool. I can do fun things like this. I can be like, make my office blue.
All right, changing 2 lights to blue.
Yeah, they're Philips Hue Play light bars. So they're full RGB. I actually have the app on my phone, which I'm using to record this video, so I can't really demonstrate, but I can change them to whatever color I want. I do prefer the warm white, although I actually recently made one that I really like, maybe even a little bit more. It's kind of a very light green. And I like it because it kind of makes me feel like I'm outside. Like the light that you kind of get, it's like the sunlight reflecting off of the trees and whatnot, like on a spring day or something, or on a summer day. It feels like I'm outside, so I kind of prefer that one. Anyway, make my office warm white.
Got it. Changing 2 lights to warm white.
I really am a big fan of the warm white look. So yeah, maybe I don't know. I'm kind of debating maybe getting the strip that goes behind the desk. You can buy like some tape. I don't know if I'd get Philips Hue brand or not. I probably would, just because I've already invested a little bit into the Philips Hue ecosystem. So it'd probably be the Philips Hue version, but I don't know. I could probably look into other things. I think with the Google Home and with Apple HomeKit, I can probably work around them being separate things, separate products. So yeah, that's kind of that. But the other thing that I need to get for this desk, obviously the main thing that's missing, as you can see, are monitors, and that's coming next. At some point soon, I'm going to start doing some research into monitors. I just kind of been kind of lazy about doing research on monitors, but I do need to do that. I want to get my own monitors. I don't want to go to the office to pick up my monitors, and the main reason why is because like this desk is not just a work desk. I'm associating this with productivity. So anything I do at this desk is going to be productive. So at some point, I'm going to get myself like my own computer, probably going to be a MacBook Pro, which I know a lot of people are going to cringe at, but I'm thinking about getting a MacBook Pro that I can plug into a docking station over here. And then I'll be able to do things like I can edit photos and edit videos. Yes, edit videos. I think that's another thing that I really do miss is like having a proper station, a workstation to edit YouTube videos at. So having like a big set of monitors. I don't know if I'm gonna get like one big long monitor or if I'm gonna get 2 monitors. I'm kind of leaning towards the 2 monitors just because I feel like those are a little bit more refined and I want them to be color accurate. And I've heard that like the weird aspect ratio monitors do sometimes come with color problems. So I'm gonna have to do some research. I'll probably order from a place like B&H Photo just to like, just because I trust B&H Photo products and whatnot. So yeah, still got some research to do in that. I'm also gonna get like, I'm planning on getting like a Razer gaming mechanical keyboard and a mouse. Obviously I need that. But once those are purchased, like I'll consider this workstation basically complete. And then I'll have like a really nice place to be able to do not only my job, but also do things like work on photos and videos. So that's kind of my thinking there. And yeah, like I say, I'm gonna make a video on all that once I kind of get it completed. Right now, I don't know, I do love the look of this. Like, this is so clean and so minimal, but it's just the laptop screen and it is cramped. Like, I do feel like I want more real estate. I want more screens. So that will be coming in the future. Like I say, actually I set myself a goal to try to have some monitors ordered by next Friday. So I am gonna try to get that going like pretty soon here. So I'm planning on spending some of my weekend, if not today, doing some research on monitors. Yeah, and honestly guys, I think that is just about it. I do have another of the mystery Zippo unboxings. I uploaded it back in like April. It's literally been that long. I just haven't released it yet So I am going to try to get on that pretty soon here. And I do want to finish those because that is kind of a cool idea, and I feel like it's a cool way to kind of show you guys a couple of Zippos that I've kind of been holding on to that you've not seen yet. So I am going to try to finish those up. I just got to finish releasing it. So yeah, that's that. So I am going to finish those. I know Zippo's also been making a lot of other new Zippos, like some really nice ones that I really want to buy to make videos on, like the 600 millionth one, and I think they made another one celebrating their involvement in World War II. I think that's what it was. The problem is that they're all so expensive. They're like in the $100 price range, and I'm just like, that's so much dang money. I've got this workstation I'm trying to finish. I don't know. I just don't want to spend like $100 on a Zippo lighter, you know what I mean? But I do because I want to make videos on them. It's just I also don't, because that's a lot of money that I don't really want to spend. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. Just, again, wanted to come on here, talk at y'all a bit, show you what I've been working on over here with my workstation. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I do plan on coming back to YouTube. It's just I've been so burnt out. I think I just need to work on a few things personally, like work on kind of what I do outside of work. Maybe try to find some more tangible hobbies or something. I don't know. I've just, yeah, it's just been 2020 has just been a mess. And honestly, you know, I was actually thinking today, I really wish, like, I'm kind of glad, but I also kind of wish, like, the events of 2020 happened, like, maybe 10 years ago in 2010, or heck, even 2012. Like, how weird would that have been if, like, the alleged end of the world was already in 2012? What if, like, everything happened in 2012? That would have just been crazy, and then obviously the world wouldn't have ended because it didn't end in 2012. But, like, I was definitely, like, a different person back then, and I just wonder how I would have reacted if that did happen. I feel like I would take a lot less things for granted than I currently do. I don't know. It's just I'm like I say, I'm glad I am where I am now. I feel like I'm a lot more humble and a lot more like realistically minded, I guess, if you will, than I was back then. If you go back and watch some of my videos, you can kind of tell that I was a bit of a crybaby a lot. Like I whined a lot. But like I do feel like that would have been an incredibly humbling experience to have back then. So I don't know. I kind of wonder, what do you think how do you think you would have reacted? Like, I feel like, honestly, I feel like I would have been really scared. I know I would have been incredibly afraid of just uncertain times and not knowing what to think or what to do. And I do feel like I would have like the ability to realize that, you know, it's just everything's out of our control. It's just the way it is. It's not, maybe it's not permanent. I don't know. Stupid laptop. I don't know. I do sit down and think about that sometimes. Like, how would have I reacted if the 2020 events that are going on right now happened, you know, about a decade ago, or maybe even 5 years ago? I wonder. I do. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for this video, guys. I've rambled on enough. I'm going to go edit it down a little bit on my phone. But, yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so very much for watching. And yeah, like I say, I do plan on getting back into making YouTube videos pretty soon here. Just bear with me. Yeah, you know, life. It's a time right now, I'll tell you that. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and adios.